Welcome to the Esoteric Cat Tarot. My name is Eve. I've been reading cards for over 40 years, so I do things a little differently. And today I'm doing things even more differently than I normally do. um, I am battling a change of season cold, I guess you would call it. And also, just recently, I lost my dog. Um, he's never been on here. He's my little old man. He was 19 years old and he left us surrounded by love and friendship and lots of pets, lots of snuggles, lots of, yeah, but it's been little hard process because I did have him for so long. Um, anyway, I'm not going to depress you all, but I just wanted you to know that I am battling a cold and I have had that experience lately. So, let's see. I crochet bags for all of my tarot cards to keep them in because the Christmas them. I like to crochet. It just makes me happy. Um, so we're just going to kind of go with whatever feels right today. Um, just wanted y'all to see that too. They make me happy when I look at them. Um, this reading might be a little whatever, but I made a promise to myself and to y'all that every Thursday I would post a long form community reading no matter what. I would post that reading. So I am posting a reading today. And I apologize right off if this reading is a little not like the normal reading that I do. If this reading feels a little whatever today. So, because I'm feeling a little whatever today. Anyway, so let's get into this. um, as you know, let's divide these. So I have space. As you know, I like to cook the cards, which is shuffling the cards in front of you so that while I'm putting my energy into the cards, you're also putting your energy into the cards. So what we're going to do today is we're going to shuffle all 5 of these decks. This is a tarot deck. These others are oracle decks. We're going to shuffle these. We're going to take first few cards that come out. Here's one already flipping. Y'all don't worry, this reading's going to be good, I hope. It says so. It says it. That things are going to work out good. So let's see. Here's 2 other cards. We're going to take those. And we're going to move on to the next one. I'm going to do that for all of these. And then I'm going to flip them over. Unless, of course, they flip themselves over like this one did. The 3 of Cups, which is, celebration, joy, joyousness. With your sisters, with your friends. It's also the goddess, the maid, mother, and crone, and you have the Pleiades, 7 sisters. So unless it flips itself over, I'm going to leave them like this, and then we'll turn them all over, and do the reading. So let's shuffle this a little bit. These are the Urban Crow tarot oracle. Sorry if I misspeak or whatever. As you know, I'm not feeling well. I'm also working on some cold medicine here, which kind of can interfere with things a little bit. These first ones, these are the Light Seekers Tarot. This is the Urban Crow Oracle. Let's cook them. Focus on these cards and put your energy into them. Let's see if we can get a couple. Here we go. Let's put these over here to the side. This next one. Let's see what's in this bag. Sometimes I forget which bag is in what color. Oh, I don't think I've done these on here before. The Earth Magic Oracle cards. These are the Earth Magic Oracle cards. I love it because as above, so below. It's the Tree of Life. Yep. Don't think I have done these. Remember, focus on the cards. Let's get our energy into these cards. See if we can get another one. These are sticking together a little bit. There we go. Now let's put these over here. Okay, we have, let me need a little room. We have those. Move the incense a little bit. Might need to angle the camera a little bit more so you can see it better. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, y'all. I apologize for all this today. I'm not completely set up the way I would like. I'm just, y'all know, some days we're not 100%. But when I make a promise, I keep it. Okay? Whenever I make a promise, I keep it. So I have made a promise to y'all and a promise to myself that every Thursday I will post a long form community reading. So I am doing that today, y'all. We're going to see how this works out. Let's get our energy into these. We've had a cold snap too. Y'all had a cold snap? We've had crazy weather. Like the air conditioners be on. 2 days later, we have to turn the heat on, and then it warms up again. And we got some snow. Yeah, get our energy in there. Maybe one more. Maybe. I think one more. This one. Okay, let's put this one over here, out of the way. Let's go to this last one. It's a little different. A little different reading, y'all. This is the Goddess Oracle something. I've had these so long I don't remember what they're called. I probably should look them up, huh? Because some of y'all might want to know what they're called. Okay. Now, we got them all. These are all the cards that I was drawn to today. All the decks, the little crochet baggies that jumped out at me because I have a lot of tarot cards and oracle cards. So let's want to do these in order, but I need some room. What's this out? Here's our one that jumped out right here. My camera's a little off. Oh my goodness, y'all. This one's gonna make me cry. This one here is gonna make me cry, but you know what? This one here might be a message to me. I'm not sure that from Benny, my dog. Oh, anyway, sorry y'all. Getting emotional. Yeah. Okay. Maid, Mother, Crone, the Seven Sisters, the Pleiades, Celebration, Joy, the Stars, Cosmic Connection, Memories, lifetimes together, right? Lifetimes together, knowing that you will be reunited again. Lifetimes together. And some thoughts and introspection. Thoughts, introspection, thinking about things that you've learned. I'll put all this together at the end. Well, no, we'll see what all Spirit is saying to me with these after I get them all laid out. Right now, I'm just going with what I feel. Scavenge. Scarcity. Time of scarcity. Night. Might be a dark night of the soul. Might be a cold, cold, long night. Growth. Growth comes in spring. Growth comes in spring. And I do believe that last reading I had said something about growth coming in the spring. If so, I'll put it up over here, wherever they go. I can't get my finger pointing right. I think it'll go right here, maybe in YouTube when I do the editing. You can put this little card, it's called, up there, so you can click on that. I don't know. I'm not gonna promise that, y'all, because I need to get this up in the next hour, so I apologize. It's gonna be a little bit late today. Normally I post at 11:11 on Thursdays. But yeah, blossoming. Okay. Dance and celebration. Grounding. Tree life, as above, so below. And vulnerability. But look, that looks like the spring again there, doesn't it? The cards might be a little big to be in screen today. Standing stones, passage. Passages from one portal to another. From one phase of life to another. Wise woman of the grove. She's a hidden treasure. Don't always see her, but she's there. She's there. Seek her wisdom. Unicorn purity. Makes me think of my favorite movie called Legend. Has Tom Cruise in it when he was really young, and it has the amazing Tim Curry. So if you haven't seen Legend, look it up and make sure that you look up the one that has Tom Cruise and Tim Curry, because otherwise you get like this Will Smith movie that is like a scary movie or something. I Am Legend, but this is called Legend, and unicorn plays a large role in this. Okay, I gotta. I'm running out of space. So, okay, here's what we have. Diana, it is time to hunt for what brings you strength. Shakti, be filled with divine energy. Use it to move forward in your life. Ukamaki, apologize if I don't pronounce these right. Be generous to benefit another. You have the means to do so. And Venus, love will bring you pleasure. Okay. Let's put this together, y'all. Put this all together. Sorry. It seems like I'm being too silent for too long. I'm trying hard to connect in with it all. Okay. All right, y'all. Once again, I'm sorry if this is just, yeah, let me try to breathe in, get some connection, get some message cohesion going out to you. Okay, some of you feel like that you are in a time of scarcity, that it is a dark night, that there's a lot going on in the world, y'all. And we all know, we have, here in the United States, we have a lot going on. We have hungry people happening. That's something that hasn't happened in years and years. Because normally our government provides for people who are hungry. We have people who are scared. We have a lot going on. And you're feeling very, you're feeling this scarcity, but there is not a scarcity, okay? That is something that they try to make you think there is not enough, to try to keep you divided, to try to keep you scrambling for the little bit that there is, and to keep you hating the people who have more than you. So don't fall for that. There is enough in this world for everyone. I mean, the amount of stuff that we throw away every day is enough for everyone. Just one of these multi-billionaires has enough money for everyone in the world. But yeah, you're feeling like there's a that you are having to scramble, that you cannot see what is, like you don't see a future, like you don't see, you feel like you are so consumed by just making it through every day that that is taking up a lot of your time. But even though you might have little, just remember that when you give, things are returned to you. Even you don't, I'm not talking about money. We don't all have a lot of money to donate to do things. If you do, that's wonderful. If you have money to donate to an animal shelter or a battered woman's shelter or a food pantry, please do. People need help. But if you don't feel bad, because you can be generous with your time. You can be generous. I'm going to tell you something that really makes a difference in people's lives. Acknowledge that they exist. When you walk down the street and you see someone, say hi. I mean, we do that all the time here in Appalachia, so people kind of take that for granted. But I have been all over the United States. I have traveled all over, and they don't do that everywhere. And I just do it naturally. So I have been to big cities, and I just talk to everybody. And some of the homeless people that I have passed on the street, and I've been like, "Hi, how are you?" Their whole face just lit up. They're like, "Are you talking to me?" I'm like, "Yeah." They said it in a good way, not in that, "Are you talking to me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you. How's your day?" And they're like, "Wow, no one ever talks to me." And we would have a little conversation. Do that. If you see someone in the grocery store, just smile at them. Walk by someone and be like, "Oh, your hair looks so pretty today." You know what I'm saying? Pay them a compliment. Be generous with your energy. It can really change somebody's life. Be generous, to benefit another, you have the means to do so because you do. You have the means to do so, whether it's monetarily or some other way. Do you have an elderly neighbor? Go talk to her. Even if she's going to talk your ear off, go talk to her once a week. The older I get, the more I realize why old people do this. They don't have anybody to talk to. When your kids grow up and they're gone, and if your partner has died, your husband or wife has died, um, and you have all of these stories, you have all of this life, and you want to share it, and you don't have anybody to talk to, go have some coffee with your neighbor. They're really interesting. I'm telling you, the old people in your community, they've lived through all this stuff, right? Go listen to somebody who lived through World War II and the rationings and how they did it. You might learn something. You might learn how to, save some money on food. Go. You could learn that your neighbor was an amazing, famous dancer in the Moscow Ballet back in, I don't know, the 1940s. And she has amazing stories. Your neighbor could have been the singer of a punk band. She might be 70 now, 80 now, but she could have been the singer of a punk band. Seriously, you can meet the most interesting people just by talking to older people. Go to a nursing home. Go to a nursing home and volunteer 1 day a month. That's not a lot of time, 1 day a month. Go volunteer at a nursing home. That would be that would be amazing to the people there. A lot of people get put in a nursing home and no one ever comes to visit them. Go volunteer at a nursing home. Be generous. You have the means to do so. Be generous. Because you know what? When you're generous, when you give of yourself, you receive back. When you give, and don't give just because you think you're going to get something back, because that's not how it works. When you open your heart and you give freely of your heart, of your energy, the universe recognizes that and it knows that your heart is true and pure. It's like gratitude. Count your blessings, more blessings appear. Spread joy, more joy shows up in your own life. Spread that joy. It doesn't cost money. A lot of people think it costs money. It doesn't cost money. If you're somebody that loves to go shopping for stuff on sale, pick up an extra one. Donate it to a battered women's shelter. If you're going to Sephora or Ulta or wherever you want, Walmart, I don't care. If you're going up there and you're buying some buy one, get one free lipstick or something like that, the free one, donate it to a battered women's shelter. Do you know how appreciative women who have been through hell and back are to get a little bit of makeup or perfume when they're staying in the women's shelter? It just, I'm telling you, it really makes you feel. I, I can't describe it, okay? I have actually been one of those people. And just to know that somebody cares enough not to just donate clothes, because people donate clothes, they donate food, they donate essentials, but to know that someone cares enough to donate a little bit of makeup, a little bit of perfume, a little bit of something that makes you feel feminine. That that just really touches your heart. It really does, because you do not feel very feminine when you end up in a battered women's shelter, domestic violence shelter. You don't feel very in touch with that part of yourself, with your prettiness and your happiness and that can bring that. So just know that. Know that you have the means to do so. You have the means to help people not feel that scarcity and feel that scared and fear during this winter. This winter's going to be long, y'all, on many reasons. I heard that it's supposed to be hard on a lot of us weather-wise. Supposed to get a lot of snow, ice storms, things like that. It's going to be a hard winter, so share what you have. Pass people on the street, say, how are you doing? Buy an extra hot chocolate. If you're in the coffee shop, pay for the person behind you. That changes somebody's day. Think about it. Think about if you went to the coffee shop and you went to order coffee and somebody said, oh, it's already taken care of. How good would you feel that day? Yeah. I mean, I live here in Appalachia. And if y'all know about Appalachia, we are like the poor state. We are. We've just been that way. And we have people here right now that are outpouring like crazy because families are starving, okay? And we don't let people starve in Appalachia. We don't do that. That's our culture. You come to my house, you will never leave my house hungry. And it's an insult if you go to somebody's house and they offer you food and you don't eat. Okay? So if you're not from Appalachia, know that. If you come down here and you come to our house and we're like, hey, you want this, you want that, it's an insult if you don't accept something. Okay? If you really aren't hungry, you could be like, nah, I just ate, but do you got a glass of tea? Do you got a glass of pop? Do you got a coffee? Something. It's in our culture to be hospitable like that. So we don't let people starve here. Even if we got to all eat beans and cornbread, that's what we do. We make sure everybody's got something to eat. But here, people have been outpouring, and people here ain't got nothing. Okay, we ain't got nothing, but we are outpouring like crazy, and people are going through drive-throughs and paying for meals for the people behind them. It's a thing that's happening, and they're going through. When they're going and getting their lunch for work, like in Charleston and stuff, the bigger cities, they're going and buying an extra, hamburger or whatever, and they're handing it to people on the streets so people don't go hungry. We have a grocery store here. Well, it's the Piggly Wigglies. I'm going to give them a shout out. I'm going to give you a shout out. The Piggly Wigglies here, owned by this man who himself came from nothing like most of us here in West Virginia. And he's got, I think it's about 8 stores in different counties. And he is giving bag lunches, free bag lunches to any child that walks in the door gets a free bag lunch. He don't ask if they're poor. He don't ask if they have food at home. The child gets a bag lunch. And now he started doing bag dinners. So every family that comes in his store, they all get a bag of food to take home for free. Okay, a bag dinner. He's making bag dinners, and it's amazing, and that's something you can do. He has a little more, so he gives what he can. Everyone can give something, even if it's just a smile. A smile costs you nothing. A little bit of your time. So, especially in this world, as bad as it is right now, everywhere, it's not just the United States, it's everywhere. This world needs the generosity. This world needs to know that people care about each other. There's just, I don't know, something about it. During lockdown, the world came together, right? I'm sorry. I'm getting a little emotional. During lockdown, the world came together. It felt like the whole world was a family. People were really, really connecting and stuff. And now it feels like the world is shattering apart. And we need to bring that togetherness back. We were on a totally different vibrational level during lockdown. Totally different. And then when the world opened back up, I don't know, it was good for a while, but now it just seems like the whole world is shattering. And those of us who understand, those of us who feel this, we need to raise this level. Okay, we need to raise this level of vibration. We need to not let people think that they're forgotten. Okay? That's a very important thing. Very important. People need to know that they are cared about, even if all you can do is smile at them. Do it. Oh, my goodness. Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable and recognize that connection, that connection. You know what I'm saying? There are passages through this time. There are times like the winter. The winter is like a passage. To me, I feel like that. I feel like, I don't know, almost like a bear in the winter. Like I want to just hibernate, right? I just want to hibernate. I just want to ground myself, hibernate, um, go within. Just a lot of introspection and stuff happens in the winter. A lot of, learning happens a lot in the winter for me because I have a lot of downtime in the winter, where I just want to snuggle up and cuddle in bed and not get out from under the covers, right? And so I do a lot of learning, and it becomes a time of introspection and a time of remembering and just really opening myself up to spirit in the winter. It can also become hard because I have SAD, seasonal affective disorder. A lot of us do. So we have to make sure that we get enough light and we don't end up in depression. Um, but it's okay. It's okay, y'all. It's going to be okay. I know this one was heavy, but it's going to be okay, okay? Because look here. Look here at this part, okay? It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We just have to not let this part get to us. Don't let this part get to you. Don't let this part discourage you. And don't let this part feel like you're helpless, okay? Because you are not helpless, because we all have the means to give, right? Even if it's just a smile. Even if it's just a smile. So remember that in the winter, you can take this time, this downtime. I call it wintering. Um, and it's just this time of like grounding, grounding, grounding. As above, so below. It's a lot of grounding. It's a lot of like introspection. Um, Thinking about, look, she's looking at the tree. She's looking as above, so below. She's learning. She's educating herself. She's contemplating. She's thinking about the things that she has learned. Okay. And it's a time for being very vulnerable because a lot of us, this card is getting to me. A lot of us during the winter also go through a lot of missing people. The holidays are a very hard time when we have a lot of people that have crossed over, right? I am the oldest female member of my family that's still alive. And I'm talking about grandmas, aunts, uncles, everything. And it's kind of strange. And it makes the holidays really different. And so those of us do this. We do this. We go in and we can have some sadness and some depression, right? But we need to allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We need to allow ourselves to feel that. We also need to be able to allow ourselves to reach out and ask for help if we need to. But you need to take that time, that reset time, that time to ground. Okay, you're grounding. You're grounding yourself again because we have to do that. We have to take that time, that time to just remember. We have to take that time to remember and reflect, right? Because you can't keep pushing it down, but don't let it put you into a depression. You have to accept that things happen. And in the winter, things change. And it just really, it's not that things only change in the winter, it's that the winter during the holiday season and stuff, you really notice the change. You really notice the change. you notice who's missing, right? But it's all part of passages. It's all part of passages of life. But then, what happens, huh? Then we have spring, right? After the winter, we have spring. After the dark scarcity, we have spring. So we have to remember that. And even this one, vulnerability. That's spring, being vulnerable in the winter so that you can bloom in the spring, right? Put that down there now. And love will bring you pleasure. Love will bring you pleasure. We're just gonna let that lay over there. But love will. Love brings you happiness. And in the spring, things will be better. In the spring, things will be better in the spring. And that was said in the last reading, I believe it was, that things will be much better in the spring. So we have to remember that. And we also have to part of this grounding, part of this wintering time in the winter is also reconnecting with spirit, okay? Reconnecting with spirit, finding the hidden messages, finding the hidden treasure, reconnecting with the ancestors, okay? Because the ancestors, you'll find strength in the ancestors, okay? I know the holidays can be very hard with all the people that have passed. I know this personally, but it's also a really good time to connect with the ancestors because you remember those memories, right? And some of those traditions have been passed down for centuries. And I'm not talking about things like, oh, the Christmas tree or whatever. I'm talking about things in your specific family. There are things that your family has done for centuries that connects you with the ancestors. And even though sometimes in the winter you just don't feel like celebrating because, you're like, what is the use of doing it? There's no one here or whatever, and it just makes you sad and stuff. But it is a connection with the ancestors. You don't always have to celebrate the way that you did when you were little. Okay. There are some things that stick in your mind, right? There are things that really stick in your mind. Like, one of the things that really sticks in my mind is the color blue. The color blue. Blue is really significant to me for Christmas. And I don't have to do my entire Christmas in blue. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to, but the color blue just makes me think of Christmas because my grandma always did everything was blue, silver and blue, right? And that's a connection. And so I always have some blue in Christmas. And my kids always have some blue in Christmas. You see what I'm saying? So it's a tradition that passes down. Great grandkids, great great grandkids will probably always have a little bit of blue in Christmas and won't even know why. So look at the things. Look at the things that mean something to you. You know what I'm saying? Look at the things. Like, we celebrate solstice and Christmas, okay? This is just what we do. We celebrate solstice and Christmas both. Um, and solstice is more about being together and taking care of the earth and each other. Like, we, put out bird seed. We do things that's going to take care of the earth, take care of the animals through the winter, for solstice. And we give homemade gifts on solstice. And then Christmas is like commercialized, right? We celebrate it that way, kind of, but But there are traditions. There are traditions that you have. Making gingerbread houses out of graham crackers. That is a tradition I started with my kids, and it's carrying on. Um, those are the things. Those are the things that connect you with the ancestors. Because I'm going to be very vulnerable here. This is a vulnerable reading, y'all. I have a granddaughter who will be 4 years old in December, and I have not met her. And I'm not going to go into why I have not met her. But last year, someone showed me some pictures of her making a gingerbread house out of graham crackers. And so I knew that was my connection to her. You know what I'm saying? Even though she doesn't know me, that is a tradition of her ancestors. So think about that. Think about the traditions of your ancestors. Okay? It is really a time to connect with the ancestors because they will give you strength. They will give you strength. Ah, oh my goodness. Y'all got me crying here, y'all. Spirit does. This reading, oh my goodness, this reading is a deep one. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. A lot to come out in it too, though. But we have to remember because this was the flipper. Remember, this flipped out to let us know that it's all going to be okay before the reading even started. Okay. Now we're getting to the good part of the reading and the part that doesn't make me cry. It's hard this winter. I think this winter is going to be hard for everyone on different levels, and we really have to be there. We have to be there and help each other out as much as possible. We have to this winter. We're going to have to come together and stand strong with each other and really help each other out. But we're going to find that strength by connecting with our ancestors during this winter of wintering, hibernation, whatever you want to call it, introspection. We are going to connect with our ancestors. We're going to find that strength there. Okay, you're not just going to find the sadness of the passage of time. You're not just going to find that sadness because you're going to ground. You're going to ground as above, so below. You're going to know that you are connected to the roots, that your family tree is connected to the roots, and you are the blooming fruit flower right now of that tree, and you will be passing that on to the next generation. And things are going to get better in the spring. We know this. So the overall message here: purity, unicorn, sparkling, legend, myth, legend. Legend is amazing. It's a movie about the light conquering the dark, right? Well, if you haven't seen it, you don't know, but and the most pure, the unicorn is purity, the unicorn is light, the unicorn is spirit, the unicorn is spirit, and we have Shakti, which just the unicorn just embodies this card. Be filled with divine energy. Use it to move forward in your life. So even though you are going through all of this scarcity feelings, the world is, there is no scarcity. Remember that. We live in a world of abundance. There is enough for everyone. Do not let anyone tell you there's not. There is. There are just a handful of people that can try to control it all because they don't want everyone to have it. They don't want to vibrate on the level of love. and share and become one. They want to control people. And that's why they make people think there is this scarcity that does not exist in this world. There is enough. Spirit provides enough. Spirit provides enough for everyone. Sorry, I'm drinking some water. Universe, I've always said this. The universe provides exactly what you need just in time. Okay, might not provide what you want. You might want a big freaking chocolate candy bar, but the universe will at least give you a piece of bread, right? So you're not gonna go hungry. But yeah, this is a time we're really going to. This winter, we're really gonna. I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough on multiple levels, weather-wise, and just it's going to be a tough winter, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it because we're going to be generous with each other. We're going to help each other. We're going to love each other. We're going to connect with the ancestors. We're not going to let this winter put us into a depression. We are going to ground and we're going to connect with the ancestors and we're going to find our strength. We're going to find our strength so that we can be filled with this divine energy and we can raise this vibration, because let me tell you, this vibration needs to be raised right now so bad, y'all. We've really got to raise this vibration back up. I don't know what is happening. It feels like the world is shattering and we can't let that happen. Okay? We, as spiritual people on this earth, cannot let that happen. We have to live in love and we have to show love. Okay? We have to do that. We have to vibrate on the frequency of love. Smile at people. Hold the door open for someone. Have coffee with your elderly neighbor. Go volunteer at a nursing home. Buy an extra lipstick for the battered women's shelter. Donate something special to the food pantry. Okay, a lot of people, when they donate to food pantries, they donate canned food, which is good. It's good to donate canned food, but a lot of times when you get a box from the food pantry, this is what will be in a box, and it'll be like some kind of noodles, some kind of tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce, a couple cans of green beans. For some reason, always green beans. A couple cans of corn, which, as we know, corn really has no nutritional value. Um, Maybe a loaf of bread, maybe a box of cereal. You don't get milk. You don't get meat. If you get meat, it's like tuna in a can. Um, and I'm not saying people don't appreciate it, because they do, but it's really hard. What can you make out of that? What kind of meal can you make out of that box? You know what I'm saying? Let's donate complete meals. Raviolis in a can, soup, chunky soup that has like some meat and stuff in it. Think about it that way. Think about donating things that are complete meals. And if you donate a complete like makings of a meal, a lot of times the food pantry will split it up. So I've worked in food pantries before, and I've also utilized food pantries when my children were younger. Um, but a lot of times food pantries will split it up. If you donate the makings of, I don't know, a lasagna, one person is not going to get that. One person is going to get the lasagna noodles, another person will get the spaghetti sauce, another person will get the uh, oregano or whatever, right? That's how it works. So if you donate a whole meal thinking your families will get that whole meal, it's not going to work that way. So donate things that have protein. Protein is the biggest thing. You can donate protein bars. You can donate any kind of meat. But call the food pantry first. Some will take fresh meat, some won't. Um, But if not, you can get different meat in a can that's not tuna. You can get chicken. You can get Vienna sausages. You can get complete meals in a can, like raviolis, like I said before, things like that. Beefaroni, um, things like that that are complete meals in a can. Also, a lot of people don't think about this, but donate tampons, pads, diapers, baby formula, toilet paper, cleaning supplies. Because when you are living on a limited budget, those things get really expensive, especially pads and tampons. They're ridiculously priced. And toilet paper. If you have $50 and that's it for the month, after you pay your bills, you have $50 and you have 3 teenage daughters, that $50 is going on pads and tampons. Maybe some toilet paper. If you have 2 babies in diapers, or even one baby, you have one baby in diapers, that $50 is going on diapers that month. So, think about it. So if they can get diapers from somewhere else and you can get pads and tampons and toilet paper from somewhere else, then that $50 can go to food. And you can buy the meat and stuff that you need to make meals. So anyway, let's wrap this up. But we are going to find our strengths in our ancestors, and we are going to vibrate on a higher level, y'all. Okay, we're going to vibrate on a higher level because we need to bring this earth up to a higher level. This plane of existence we are on needs to come back to being a loving and caring place, so that we can do this. Because it's going to work out. Because we're going to celebrate, we're going to dance, we're going to love each other, and we're going to help each other. And we are not going to let the few who want to make us believe that there is not enough in this world. We're not going to believe that, because this world is abundance. This is a world of abundance, okay? And we are not going to believe the bullshit that the few that want to control us tells us. This world has love. We can vibrate on the level of love, and there is enough for everyone. There is enough. The spirit, the universe, goddess, God provides enough for everyone. Everyone on this earth, okay? Every soul that is created by spirit, from spirit, there is enough for every soul. The problem is the few that want to control it. But we're not letting that happen. We are standing in our power, right? We're going to stand in our power. We're going to find our strength from our ancestors. We're going to find that strength. This winter, when we go in and we're being retrospective, we're going to find our strength from our ancestors, okay? The wise woman of the grove. We're going to go back to nature. We're going to find our strength from our ancestors. And then we are going to change the vibration. We're going to change the vibration of this entire universe, y'all. We got to do it. We got to do it. We're going to dance. We're going to celebrate. We're going to change the vibration, and we're going to raise it up. Come spring, we're all going to be sharing the love, right? We're all going to be sharing the love come spring. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. We are all going to be vibrating on that higher level. Because why? Because we are going to open up this winter. We're going to become vulnerable. We're going to go and we are going to ground ourselves. And we are going to grow this winter by getting in touch with ourselves, right? And our ancestors, and finding that strength. And we're going to overcome. We're going to overcome, and come spring, we are going to be dancing and full of joy. Yes, we are. We are going to be vibrating on that beautiful high level and celebrating with our sisters or brothers or whatever, our chosen family. We got this, y'all. We got this. This has been a little bit long, a little bit intense. But as the spirit told me when we were first doing the cards, the first one that flipped out was this, right? So spirit told me it was all gonna be okay. It got a little dark here, right? Got a little dark. Got a little dark. Talked about, things that happen in the winter when you go in and you hibernate and you miss your family and that aren't with us anymore and all that stuff and scarcity that they're trying to tell us. This might be a hard winter, but it's okay. It's okay, because come spring, we're going to be ready. We're going to be ready. We're going to be vibrating at that high level, and we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate, y'all. Okay. Y'all feel like we need one more something? Something? I feel like this. Let's do one more of this. I know this is a long reading. Let's see what this one's going to say. Breach. Breach. Coming out of the water. There we go. Well, breaches, it's because they're happy. They're coming out of the water. They're getting oxygen, right? They're coming out from the depths. We're going to come out from the depths, y'all. So don't feel like this is holding you down and this is holding you down. We're going to breach. We're going to come up. We're going to come up for air, y'all. We're coming up for air, and it's going to be amazing. All right, y'all. Just keep this one. Keep this. Keep this. Keep that. Okay? Keep that in your hearts. Keep that in your hearts. Right? Okay, y'all. That's it. I got to go lay back down. I am not feeling good. Oh, look what I just noticed. When over here, when I laid these down, look at that. Yeah, I got to pull this and show it to you. I laid these cards upside down instead of the other way. Look what was on there. Generations. We just talked about it. Remember? We just talked about the ancestors. The ancestors, remember? And connecting with the ancestors and finding your strength in the ancestors. Yeah. Loud and clear, y'all. Loud and clear. That message right there is loud and clear. All right. Love your faces. Kisses.